here we are, no-till experiment. Clearly you can see this looks like it's tilled. That's because it is tilled in the no-till experiment. So we've got 4 30 by 100 foot beds, and we were experimenting with different occultation techniques, and this bed just had too much trash on it. It was so thick. Yes, I know I could have planted into the trash. It's totally a possibility, but it just didn't work with the water wheel transplanter. And with how dry it's looking now, I really wanted to water wheel it. And due to the crew size, just really wanted to use the water wheel. So maybe it's my own fault, but the other 75% of this is still no-till, and we're experimenting with it. That's all no-till: calendula, chamomile, anise hyssop. This is going to be more flowers for the fall. So it's all an experiment. We're not perfect. We're just trying our best. And I did set the tiller really low. It was almost like a tilther, because there is different levels of no-till. Some people are super purist, broad fork, rake. Some people will use like a little tilther tool. So we just set the tiller down like an inch or 2, just to incorporate all of this. This was oats and peas that was on this. And it got tall. It got like 3 feet tall. We crimped it, occultated it, and even after like a month of occultation, hot summer, we still had a ton of trash. And I was thinking of experimenting with planting through it, but like I said, I really wanted to use the water wheel, and it just wasn't gonna get in there and get good contact for the transplants into the ground. So another takeaway that I learned from this is no-till. We run the tractor on these beds, not on the beds, just in the walking path. So the beds are set up so the wheel width, the bed is the width of the wheels, the interior of the wheels, and then the walking paths are the tires themselves. So what I did in what we call C3 over here, where the occultation tarp is, before we laid down the occultation tarp, I bush hogged it. I'm really curious to see how that comes out, because I don't think there will be quite as much trash. I also might need to let go of the fact that I'm trying to use the water wheel transplanter. There's a couple things I like about that, especially when you're on bare soil, is the water wheel transplanter is essentially acting as a gritter too. You're getting it's really fast just because the position of the planters in the back. With our planter, we can do 4 rows wide, which for most flower varieties that we grow and the way that they bush out is a good width. It creates a really nice hedge. And then also you're getting water right to every seedling when you plant, right to every transplant when you put it in the ground. So it's like a really good success rate. So because we've been doing stuff on bare ground this year, trying to get away from plastics, having the teeth doing the gridding for using the wire weeders is a really nice aspect. It makes it way quicker going down the row. That's one of the things why I tilled it as well too, because I wanted to remove some of the trash, because when you're using the wire weeders, the trash really gets in the way. So it's kind of like you're either all in using what they call like an in situ mulch, the mulch from the occultation and the cover crop, or you're not. And just because of our techniques for this year, for the first experiment, I'm doing it this way. So I'll keep you guys posted.